Oh, okay. What time is it? So, it is. Oh, sorry, I had to stretch. Let's see. It's Tuesday, February 28th. I believe so. Yeah. And it's about 11:15. So this morning, dropped my kid off at school. Well, first of all, let me just recap. So basically, I got put on this gang stalking program a couple of years ago. Went through whatever, life ripped apart, put it back together, yada yada, moved away. New neighbors surrounded. I live in a one level building. They're like bungalows. And surrounded by new neighbors that, came off as normal people. But all at once, boom, revealed that they're not. When I would bring up gang stalking, one of the neighbors would laugh. Um, so now they're all revealed themselves as gang stalkers. But because I know what's going on, I know what the purpose of it is, I do my research and I record my videos. They're going on a punishment campaign. One of my neighbors decided to work from home. That's ironic. Um, Other neighbors completely reveal themselves. They do all kinds of noise campaigns. They just let me know what's up all the time. Plus, being remote neural monitoring. So it's the next level. They combine remote neural monitoring, electronic harassment, with physical, environmental noise campaigns, and now directed energy weapons. Yes, that does sound like it's military. No, it is not. It's a matter of using ultrasonic and infrasonic waves. And you could do this with the laser. You could just, you know, point the laser to your wall, boom, it beams through the wall, hits the individual, and it causes dizziness, disorientation, nausea, even vomiting, brain damage. I noticed, and they brag about it too. So they have maximized the energy direction. So now I get it from all three directions and at the same time. And when they're doing it at the same time, they're also using like paramedic speakers and acoustics to also make me think that somebody's on the roof and bumps and bangs here or try to scare me. So, the directional speakers along with all the beams from all three directions at the same time. Oh boy, they're trying to pretty much give me brain damage. And so I noticed, I'm a very articulate person and I'm very good at communication. So I noticed a change in, my speech for the moment. When I go outside to go somewhere, I have no problem. Except for today, for the first time, I really don't pay attention in public like that. But I said, you know what? Why not? So there's a man parked outside of my son's school. And, he made eye contact with me. He's parked right behind my car. Drop my son off, get in the car. He don't go nowhere. Pull out my phone and just made a commentary, a note of it. And then all of a sudden the guy makes a U-turn. So I'm sitting there for like 5 or 10 minutes. When I start making this commentary, when I start I get out of my car and act like I'm looking for something, like I'm going to film him. It's probably going to take a couple of seconds for whoever's monitoring me or listening to me while I'm inside of my car to communicate that to him. He immediately pulled out of there. He had no kid to drop off, no kid to drop off at all. So he was watching me. I followed him. He lives down the street from me. But the whole thing is, he pulled in a house that doesn't even have the address displayed. So that could be another little gang stalking hive. Very interesting. So I have his license plate and his car model, and I will be running that. And then today, when I go get my son, I'm going to make a note to drive by that house because I go by there anyway on my way, and see if his car there. And if that doesn't work, I'll go up and act like I'm selling some candy and knock on the door. I don't give a damn. And then I'm going to see if somebody else is there. No, yesterday, going to pick my son up, which they always threaten me and my family. So they said they're going to use these weapons until they kill me. That ain't going to happen. So, oh, and I am building all this to basically sue each individual using these weapons. And I'm going to get a device that detects where the signal's coming from. Very possible. Yes, I'm going to do that. Anyway, so yesterday, oh, before I say that, there is an also incredible amount of traffic through this driveway at night. Tons of it, tons of it, tons of it. And so they purposely interrupted my Wi-Fi, so I can't put my camera up. I can't, you know, observe my home and just kind of up the security. But one of the gang stalkers, she can put her camera up. Fucking crackhead. Anyway, excuse my language. Um, Yesterday, pulling out, because people can drive up. I said that because people can drive, and they can just kind of click and activate this through an app remotely to where it will send a signal because its signal will catch onto you from biometrics. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, everything I'm talking about is science based. So their whole thing, Gangstalker's whole thing is she's crazy. That's not even possible. First of all, there's too many claims. All these devices that are used are patent, patent. Yeah. And also, you can also make them from a simple circuit board, a couple of transducers, wires, and that kind of thing is a fucking tweaker's dream. Especially you don't have a job and you're a fucking tweaker and you're a man. Come on. Come on. Knock it off. You know they doing that. So all this traffic here, somebody can remote it, press it on you from your car. So for the first time today, at my son's school, this guy behind me, I felt the same tinionitis, head tension, even to where it kind of hurt my molars. Same feeling I feel at home. So they're stepping it up. And so good thing I followed him. So they'll have to use somebody else. And then I'll notice somebody else. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did every time. And they're listening, whatever. So the reason why I mentioned all this traffic with these cars is because people are pulling up and they're remoting it. The lady across the way, she lives at 1955 Mayflower Place, apartment 3. Her daughter, Sharday Terrell, she is one of them. And my next door neighbor. I finally come out the house to go to the store. All of a sudden, here she comes. And this bitch actually has the audacity to say, "Hey, how you doing? You're asking me how I'm doing. You know how I'm doing, you fucking gang stalker." She has 3 kids. So if she even and pregnant. So, hey, I hope to God that I'm wrong about these people, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Because I already drew her ass out twice. Twice. I tested it twice and she showed up. So there's no way that anybody should know what I'm doing in my house unless they are interfering, illegally monitoring me, and part of the gang stalking program, which they are. And that's why they use the weapons, because they plan, oh, well, let's give her brain damage and kill her before she can report. Well, that's already too late. Plus, I'm protected by God. So they're trying to figure out, how is she surviving? How is she doing this? Well, I am going to survive. And the answers are going to come and just fall in my lap. And it's going to be a whole nother level. Yeah, it might take some work, but it'll be worth it to put a couple of scumbag gang stalkers. I mean, these women have their children involved in it. Okay? Miss Sade Griffin has her child involved in it. Her child. Pre-recording her child's voice on torture audios that they play in remote neural monitoring broadcasts. When I first told her the truth, what I was going through, her first thing was like, "Oh, I'm concerned about your well-being." No, you're not, bitch. You're one of them. Boom. Cut her off. Boom. All the shit happened. Boom. Everybody revealed themselves. So this group is probably going to go down because they're way too messy, way too close in proximity, and they may know how to use the weapons, but they don't know about law. They're ignorant. They're undereducated. They just want money at the expense of somebody's life. So, and also 50% of those rays that they're trying to emit to my apartment is staying with them. So they're actually doing this while they're kid, and they're doing it on my kid too. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Um, Lastly, yesterday I go to get my son. Some random car pulls up, pulls in our parking lot, goes to the back parking lot, and then pulls back to watch me get in my car, pull off, and then leave. I don't know where she went after, but why that's just weird. I've never seen that before because it's a whole new level. So it's an immense amount of cars going by. So this right here is a gang stalking hub. So I'm going to have to, get me some Faraday or get me something to protect us while we're asleep because 1985 Mayflower Place, apartment 1, this young lady, her son, I don't know if his name is Roberto Leva. I don't know. I'm still doing my research on that. Um, he actually said that he is hitting me with these lasers all day, every day. So their plan is actually to kill me. And it's a no touch, it's getting away with no touch murder. That's not going to happen because I'm destined to go through this, to bust some motherfuckers out. And I'm afraid it's going to be a lot of orphans in Hemet, or foster kids because their parents are going to go to prison. Um, and I'm the perfect person to bring this shit out, and I am. So I gotta go because I gotta go and take my firearms test so I can get some definite protection. And then the next thing is going to be protection on my walls and then signal detection. So, yeah, we're just going to roll with that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'd like to note, and I'm going to upload this to YouTube. Um, Allegedly, my neighbors allegedly have directed energy weapons. Don't let that term sound too military and too conspiracy related. But remember, conspiracy means, one or more persons working together. And also, they've all revealed themselves as Gangstalkers. So at my address, I live right in the center of a hive that's perfect to receive directed energy weapons from 3 different directions. And I am suffering. I am experiencing the symptoms: disorientation, tinnitus, head tension, aches, sharp aches, pains, organs, heating up, drowsiness, nausea, all of them. Just had a physical 2 months ago and blood work, didn't have a problem. But since apartment 1, that may be Valerie Levy, I don't know. I'm going to find out her name. Um, Apartment 1 actually stated out of their mouths that they were doing this and they're going to keep going until I die. Apartment 3 don't say shit. I think because she's just a desperate woman and possibly just wants to put food on her table for her kids, but at the expense of doing something like that to another woman. That's just disgusting. Um, so that in turn, that's no sympathy for her. I don't care. If you have to feed your kids, get a normal fucking job. Doesn't mean you have to do something to me. And then definitely the crackheads across the way, Miss Griffin and her daughter, definitely in it. Definitely in it. So they just need to remember that my son is a big 7-year old. He's a big boy, and I think all of this shit plays out perfectly. So if they're hitting me with them rays and they're around them children, they children are malnourished looking down there. They ain't gonna be able to take that. But I truly think that my son, with the grace of God, is physically built for resistance for that, and so am I. And their kids aren't. How ironic is that? So I hope I'm wrong. I hope that I am wrong and they are not doing this. But if they are, yeah, I'm going to put a couple of pounds on your kids. because 50% of that radiation stays with them, 50% of that emission. So, and you got to remember the karma of the universe. When you're trying to do something secret and low handed and underhandedly, and then trying to front like you ain't, God always will reach down his hand and he will show vengeance. Vengeance is his, not apartment 1 or 3 or 4 or over here in the crack den. So just heard that bump. Good. She's listening. They'll let you know they're illegally monitoring me. So, good luck to them. But I know we're good. So, and it's funny because it's so interesting. Somebody so intelligent. They are so intimidated and scared of me. Secretly. I don't even know why. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I don't even take myself that seriously. But when a group of people act this way to you, I'm like, oh shit. Maybe I should maybe I am that. Well, then, damn it, I will be that. Damn it, I am that. So I'm just going to step in these roles. And then plus, I'm going to look in and get my investigator's license because I need more access. I need more access to get more information. And I will do that too. But I got to go because I got a firearm test to take. Have a good day. Oh, and at the end of every video, mothers who have children who are attacking another mother and her child to feed their kids. So I'm seeing the kids, the neighbor's kids, I'm hoping that every kid should be happy and great. But they are doing fabulous. New clothes and hairstyles. I'm like, look at that. Look at all the shit I provided. It's by suffering from their parents secretly gangstalking me. Isn't that a shame? So, mothers who gangstalk and involve their children. All right. Again, it is 11:30. It's Tuesday, February 28th, the last day of the month. The last day of the Black History Month, which I think is a crock of shit anyway. Black history. It should just be history all year. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. So check it out and listen and I just gotta get this out. Awareness is the thing. I'm also gonna get some printed shirts and that say things like clout.com. Just little fucking messages to hit back and say, motherfucker, I know what you fuck you doing. You ain't that goddamn smart. Peace.